So you might be tempted to call the listening chair a narrative because it seems to describe the progress through life of a character, but I don't think that quite captures it. The movement of the musical and verbal texts is not presented as necessarily causal. Most of it is streams of words and phrases free of any context, mere impressions that are discrete and don't necessarily follow from each other. The movement up and down the constricted hallway, between the thought impressions of the lyrics and of the music that's constantly shifting in and out of time, is not so much linear as circular. I think the listening chair redescribes the human experience of being, the tension between relation and isolation, and in particular, as Savage puts it, the feeling of dependence in the face of time's ultimate inscrutability. The music is constantly moving in and out of time, changing meter and tempo and tonality haphazardly as the verbal text stays hyper-conscious of the passing of day and night, and the ordering of time that escapes the will to master it. In other words, the song moves between what are called limit experiences, moments of intense depression, fascination, panic, boredom, that explode one's sense of being a permanent, unified whole, and exposes the limits of our ability to comprehend experience. Savage thinks that our mortal human dependence upon time is a sort of basis of our affective experience, one that music has a unique capacity to redescribe. So if music redescribes the experience of time, is it possible for it to imagine timelessness, even eternity? The last piece we'll listen to is a minimalist work called Piano Phase by Steve Reich, a piece that Savage argues does just that. The piece works like this. Two pianos play an identical 12-note motif. After an approximate number of repetitions, the second piano begins to accelerate until the two are out of phase with each other. Eventually they get back into phase, but now the second piano is one note ahead. The piece is long, so for our purposes, you need only listen to the first 2 or 3 phases, but if you get the time, I'd highly recommend sitting through it with some headphones.